Welcome to my presentation on using Squirrly SEO for websites which are not built on the WordPress system. So let's get started. Squirrly SEO is a software as a service, and most of the things that you have inside Squirrly SEO, they actually come and they run from our cloud services that we've invested a lot of our company's money into building. So we've built tons of services, they are all in our cloud, and they are proprietary technology owned by the Squirrly company. Now the cool part is that there's a lot that you can do with Squirrely SEO, and of course a lot of people know it and it's very renowned because of its WordPress SEO plugin, but Squirrely is a lot more than just a plugin, as you can see in our comparison table where we compare Squirrely SEO to Yoast, RankMath, SEMrush, Ahrefs, and Moz. So the idea is that you can actually use a lot inside Squirrely SEO, and the list is very long and very comprehensive. But the important thing to know is that you can go and scroll this whole list. If you want, you can ask for it in the comments right now and we'll provide this list to you to see it. But the idea is that we have a cloud app and we have a software side that's running on the cloud, so you don't necessarily need to have it inside your WordPress site. So in WordPress, it's obviously great because you have access to everything directly inside the WP admin, but you can use it with sites that aren't built on WordPress. And actually, when we first created the focus pages strategy and the ideas for the next SEO goals and for ranking vision, we were testing out a bunch of sites that weren't made in the WordPress system because we didn't want anything that we do to be influenced by the fact that you can make SEO automations, set patterns, and basically automate everything that's written inside descriptions and titles and rich snippets. I have a whole panel on automating your SEO, so you can check the reruns for that. But the idea is that for real SEO, for a real SEO strategy, you need a lot more than just a couple of settings inside WordPress. That was the idea behind Next SEO Goals and Focus Pages. And we've done that using websites that weren't built on WordPress. So of course, Squirrely SEO does work on websites that aren't built on WordPress. One of the websites was 1Gig Shop, and we've used a lot of the money that we've made with the store. So we created a store, we optimized it with Squirrely, we tested a bunch of ideas on our SEO strategy with this website. We made money, and most of the money we donated in a very transparent way to different funds that take care of education for children across America. So we donated to a lot of schools where the children attending those schools can barely attend the school due to being very poor. And we were really happy that we could do this with the 1Gig Shop, which is built on Shopify. And there's a lot that you can do and that we've done over the years. Right now, it's been impossible due to COVID. We've had a lot of disruptions that weren't very welcome, and it was harder for us to take care of the 1Gig Shop, so a lot of its SEO fell down. But this was basically how we made a lot of money, and we've done a lot of orders. We had hundreds of orders every month for the items inside the 1Gig Shop, and everything that we've done can be done with Squirrely SEO on the cloud app. So let's go and see. Let's create an account on the cloud app. So I'm not a robot, register. It says that I should check my email. And now we wait for the email to arrive, which will let me know my account details so I can log into the cloud version. In WordPress, it's a lot easier because you just install the plugin and then you can start using it. Here you have to wait for the email. Right, so I've received my login details. To set your password, go here. Right, then I'm gonna copy this one and I'm gonna save it. I can definitely change it if I want, but I don't really need to right now. And there you have it. I now have access to the Cloud app. So this is the panel that I get, and I'm going to add my website. So I'm going to add the 1 gig shop. Let me go to the front page. I've added the website. Now it's the current website and I can start using it. Great, so let's go to keyword research. Now you can see that 1 gig shop is already here on the panel. I can go back to manage my websites. Otherwise, I will just go back because I have my website here. I can definitely add more websites. And I can use keyword research, live assistant, SEO audit, and Google rankings. I want to show you that there's definitely some things that are better inside the plugin, because we get access to a lot more data from your WordPress, and then we can provide you with a lot more information. But just the fact that you don't get the same amount of SEO tools on the Cloud app as you do inside the WordPress plugin does not mean that you can't create effective SEO, and it's still a lot better than most of the other SEO platforms out there. So it's definitely worth checking out, but I wanted to show you that there are a few differences between the two versions. Right, so in the 1 gig shop, so what we've done was, okay, so we have a lot of items, lots of geek items inside the store, a lot of objects that people could buy, and we were like, one geek buys one hero, supercharging one future, because with every single purchase inside of our store, you became someone's hero because you gave them more access to education, and actually you provided them with better access to education than they could currently have. And that's why it was very important for us to make the store happen. So we have lots of items here. Now the question is, how do we organize all this, and how are people going to search for them? How are they going to find our website? In order to do that, you start with keyword research. So you can start with, we start with things like Ruby merchandise, and then you can see it's the same thing as we have in WordPress, where you can add suggestions to the list, and you can start doing a research. Then we will begin finding alternatives for the keyword. Now for each alternative, we look at a lot of data, and we basically scout about 500 tweets in real time. We look with market intelligence on hundreds of competitors out there, and we use that to determine if your site has a chance against them. So there's a lot happening in the background as you're doing a keyword research. The best part is that you can open more researches at the same time. So for example, let's say Pokemon toys, and let's start another search for and let's look and see what people search for. Right, so because we don't use cached data, sometimes it takes a lot more time to get everything ready for you. Now the cool thing is that you also get the research mastery tasks, so you can find out what you need to do and see that this one is complete, this one isn't complete, and you can look over it, and pop-ups open telling you exactly what you need to do. Then you have the briefcase feature on the Cloud app, and you can go and find new keywords with the keyword research tool, and then you can come in and do everything that you need for the keywords inside of briefcase. You can organize your whole keyword portfolio, so that you inform a much better SEO strategy and you know which type of content you will create. Even if you create new content for like a blog post, or you create new services pages to help different people in your area, or you just create new content or optimize the existing content like we would do on the 1 gig shop, for example, the Ruby section. This one we've made a keyword research for it to actually get to the keyword called Ruby merchandise, and then we've taken that content in. We've used stuff like Ruby Anime and Ruby Anime series and Rooster Teeth Studios. We've used that in Briefcase to organize the keywords and to start placing those keywords and verifying that we've placed the keywords inside the text that you find here. And because we've done all the proper SEO work for this page, we've actually outranked. So when we were making updates to this website and we were actually bringing traffic to the website, this website actually managed to outrank the creators for all of these models. So even the creators at Rooster Teeth that created this anime series on Ruby merchandise, our store was above theirs, and they also sell Ruby merchandise. So it was pretty phenomenal to see that by using Squirrly SEO on something that wasn't made with SEO configurations by Squirrly SEO, but it was made with SEO configurations from Shopify, by doing great keyword research and optimizing content with the SEO Live Assistant, we could still rank it, and we've outranked the people who were making the products in the first place. So that was really cool to see. Right, now we can go back to the keyword research, and you can see your chances of ranking against these other guys that are ranked in top 10 for these keywords. And you can see how people actually search for it. So Ruby merchandise and also Ruby merch. And you can start optimizing, or you can add it to Briefcase. I will add it to Briefcase, and here in Briefcase my keyword appeared, and I can click to see the info again for the research, and I can also send it to rankings. If I send it to rankings, Squirrly SEO will start checking my rankings for this keyword. Right, let's also add this one. Ruby merch poster. Let's see this one. This could be good, but we have very low ranking chance. And Ruby merchandise, very low ranking chance, but we used to rank for this. And as I said, we ranked a lot higher than everybody else. But I don't think it's the case today. And we're gonna be able to see that using Squirrly SEO's private SERP Checker Cloud. So in order to actually get access to the Squirrly SERP Checker Cloud, let's start a business trial. Start a 7 days trial, so that we now get access to the SERP Checker created by the Squirrly company, which will basically track rankings for 1 gig shop. It will track the rankings and see where we are on the search engine. So let's go back to keyword research and Briefcase. Let's go to Ruby merchandise and say send to rankings. Now you saw a confirmation that I've sent it to the SERP checker, which means that it's going to start tracking the rankings. And at the moment I can see that it's not indexed, but I don't believe that. I think that it didn't have enough time to check it out. Now of course I can also add more keywords. And I can even see and add exact keywords that drive people to your site. So if I were to make an integration with Google Search Console, I could see the exact keywords that drove people to my website. And that's pretty cool. And maybe it's something that we should do. Right, let's connect to the Google Search Console. Click on check connection. And it is now connected. Now let's see if we have anything else left in the Google Search Console, because as I've said, we haven't worked for years on this website, so I'm really not sure if people still find it anymore. And it's not indexed because I don't think it's well indexed. It might still be indexed, I don't know, but I think it's not indexed because everything is sold out. So we don't have a single product that's not sold out in the shop anymore, so none of the inventory is actually available for purchase in 2022. So I think that this definitely affected the rankings, and maybe Google Search Console will not have data for us. So remember, the rank tracking is done now because I've started the business plan trial. It's done by Squirrly servers and not by Google Search Console, but we can use Google Search Console to find out which keywords drove traffic to the website, because Google Search Console has a way of identifying that, and that's the only thing that we're using, so that we find keywords that are already driving traffic to us. So hopefully we can identify some of them. Right, so sync keywords. And let's see, so apparently we still have a bunch of keywords that are currently driving us traffic, including one of the Harry Potter ones. Right, so now we have this in rankings. And you can see that our SERP checker has actually finished reading the rankings, and we're placed on position 12. So we're still ranking with this. Well, we do have a lot of social signals here, so we do have a lot going on for this one. So we've done keyword research to find out that we should rank for Ruby merchandise. Then we've used briefcase to write stuff like Ruby anime series, Ruby anime, Ruby by Rooster Teeth Studios, Rooster Teeth. It's in the content, and we've optimized for that. Ruby Rose, the name of one of the characters. Grim are types of monsters inside the anime series, so we've also added this keyword to the page. Everything is intentional, and it's exactly as the SEO Live Assistant with the whole briefcase and labeling as we teach you. So as you will use the Cloud app for Squirrly SEO, you will learn how to use it in such way that you will get these types of results. So this was a category page that we've tuned, and we've created content for the category page itself. And right now you can see that it's still ranked after all these years. But at one point this was ranked higher than the official Ruby merchandise page. So that site has huge authority. It's got tons of traffic, tons of social media signals, tons of backlinks, and we still outrank them because we made better content and we use the keywords better by using briefcase and optimizing with SEO Live Assistant for multiple keywords. And we've done that through the Cloud app, so not through the WordPress version of Squirrly SEO, and it still worked. So you saw that we created a category, and now we can even track the rankings using the SERP checker, and we can always look more for the advanced analytics that also shows us social shares. Very soon, because we've just started integrating it, we will see the impressions and the clicks from Google Search Console. And if we had optimized it in this account with the SEO Live Assistant, we would have seen the score here, but this was optimized in a different Squirrly SEO account, so not in this one. Which basically also means that you can go in and you can use the Cloud app of Squirrly SEO to check rankings, to audit pages, to do keyword research, and to find out more about your competitors' websites. So you can even inform like the briefcase for your competitor. You take all of their best keywords and you make a briefcase out of their portfolio of keywords, so that your content writers will know which types of keywords they need to go after. It's something that you can definitely do, and it makes a lot of sense. So you can add more keywords to the SERP checker from research. Once you are going to start doing more researches using Squirrly SEO, you're going to have suggested stuff here, and this is from the Keyword Research Assistant by Squirrly, as I mentioned in some of my other panels for the 10 years event. We have lots of digital assistants at Squirrly whose virtual jobs are, because they are software PCs, um, their jobs are to help you do a lot more in a lot less time. So, for example, the Keyword Research Assistant from Squirrly, if you start optimizing content with the SEO Live Assistant, you send keywords to the SERP checker, to the rank tracker, and you keep doing more keyword researches and you label them and add them to your briefcase, our assistant will start knowing what types of keywords you're going after, and it will use no credits from your accounts. It will use 0 credits, but it will keep generating new ideas that you should check out. So it will provide you with lists of interesting things that you wouldn't have thought of searching for. And the more you search and the more you use our tool, the better our digital assistant gets at making suggestions to you. So it uses our tool on your behalf without costing you a thing. So I think that's really cool and definitely worth checking out. Now you also have history. So you can see these are the keyword researches that I've done. I can click to show all keywords and I can also find them here in case I accidentally closed all of my other tabs. And again, I can optimize or add to briefcase. You can see everything from Pokemon toys here as well. Action figures with Marvel. That's obviously a lot of competition right there. And keywords label suggested. Alright, now let's go back home. And I've shown you keyword research, the briefcase, all the tools inside keyword research. I've shown you the Google rankings. So once you have more progress and more days have passed, you will start seeing charts here with evolutions. Here you will start seeing how your keywords went up and down in search on Google. You can play with the table, go to next pages. You can learn more about syncing keywords, adding keywords, removing, and checking impressions, clicks, and the optimization levels. So there's a lot that you can do. And of course you can spend time finding out more about keywords that are already driving traffic to you. So you can see that we still have keywords that are driving traffic to our website even after all these years. Right, and now I can go and I can also do an audit. So this is very important, especially for websites that aren't made in WordPress. I've added the URL. Let me also add the collection, the big collection. You can see that the story is definitely old. Right, so it's going to take some time to audit these pages, and you can add more pages if you want. You can add an email address, and the person here will receive your audits. You can learn more about everything inside, so go and make sure that you complete everything that's on the right sidebar. If you start completing everything that's on the right sidebar, you'll basically have walked through all of the tool and all that the tool has to offer. So it's really good to go read, find out what you have to do, and make sure that you get your check mark so that you can actually say that you've used Squirrly SEO to the max so that you don't miss out on great features. And until the SEO audit gets done, I still have time to create an article or a product. The difference between these is how it's going to be saved in the cloud, here at articles or here at products. So let's say that I'm doing a product, add a new product. I don't know what I want to do, so let's try something real quick. Right, and let's see what's the description. This is basically the content for my page. So I'm going to start optimizing it. So I have this. Now I should go and do something like Ruby merge, Ruby merchandise, and this one. And now you can see that my keywords are here. Now I have a star because this is my current focus keyword. This is the main keyword, and you can see the score is calculated for the one with the star. So you can see that here. And I can click on continue, and I can find images for the article. I can also choose not to have the copyright free images, in which case I will actually get a lot more pictures, but it's not as safe to use as if I'd done it the right way. I can even search on Twitter, but there's nothing on Twitter for Ruby Merge UK. Then I can see wiki, I can see things on blogs, and you can see details of what this tool shows me right here. But at the moment I don't want to do this. I want to start optimizing the page. Right, and let's say that the URL is wrong. So this is kind of like what I would do. Let's hit the update button, and now you can see that the keyword is present in the URL, and you can go through all of the steps here in order to optimize and to have a great product page. And once you finish optimizing it here, you can then copy paste it inside of your Shopify store or wherever you have the content. Maybe you've created it on Magento or on something else, or maybe it's a custom implementation of JS or PHP. You can definitely go there and you can paste and have the optimized content appear on the page. So that's how you do it. That's how you can use the SEO Live Assistant. And as always, you can go over these eyes to see what it does and what you need to do to get your green checks. So if you get everything to green, then this article will be perfectly optimized from the standpoint of how relevant is the SEO content inside the page. So it doesn't have to do with everything from bulk SEO or focus pages by Squirrly, but you will still have the words themselves will be optimized and they will be search relevant to the terms that you've selected from Briefcase. And you can optimize for multiple keywords at once just by changing the main keyword. Right, and now you can see that I've also improved the score for this one. Now the score is bigger. So that's how you can basically optimize for multiple keywords, and you can see that it dynamically calculates the score for everything that I'm placing inside. Now there are lots of materials inside Briefcase for how to use multiple keywords inside the same page, and a lot of helpful guidance on why you should do this in order to create SEO context. But I also have my audit, my first audit. If I had more audits, I could compare the audits to see why my scores went up or down and what changed on the audits. I can say show latest audit, and it will take me to my audit, and it will rank my off-page SEO and my on-page SEO, and I will get scores for them so that I know how to improve. And I can go and see my latest audit. So I don't have a very big score. It recommends me a score of 80, and I'm not even close. I can choose to see only the completed tasks or only the incompleted tasks. I don't optimize content at the moment. I didn't have any traffic data. I can connect Google Analytics in order to get the traffic data in. I have no duplicate titles, no duplicate descriptions, no empty descriptions, so some of these things are good. Right, so we can see that I have some duplicate title tags. So that's pretty problematic, and this is something that I will have to give to somebody in my team and fix it, because it's not as easy to fix as it is inside WordPress. So on Shopify, we'll have to see what we can do in order to remove the duplicate title tags. So you have a whole SEO audit and even social media audit and everything inside the Cloud app, so you can use all of the great things from Squirrly SEO outside of WordPress. And I hope that this presentation has been useful. Sadly, I don't have time to show you more, but there's a lot that you can do with the Cloud app on WordPress, on websites that aren't built on WordPress. Thank you very much for watching my session.